Just a little bit even about me. Over the last 15 years, I've been in the nonprofit industry, and just recently in November of last year, I was laid off from my kind of stream of income was laid off from that particular job. I've been there about 7.5 years. That was kind of a shock in a way, but not really. Leading up to it last year, it was weighing on me about whether I needed to stay in that particular space. I love the nonprofit industry. I love giving back. A lot of what I do, I feel like I have a motto that says make an impact, add value, and do it with pure intentions. And that's something that I do each and every day. And being in the industry, I feel like it's a great thing. I was actually able to start a nonprofit under my paternal grandmother back in 2011. Just that being a giver and giving back is a part of my DNA anyway. But I was at that particular organization and kind of poured a lot into it to do that, to be able to give back. It was laid off, so it was kind of right before the holidays and all of that. I really had to get things in perspective, really begin to tap into what would be my next steps in moving forward. So I know a lot of people were experienced being laid off last year. And so it wasn't just me, but it hitting home for me, it made me take a lot of introspection and really begin to see what do I want to do next in this next, what I say my next phase, the next era of my life. What does that look like? I began to look back over the last decades and moving backwards and seeing what are some things, kind of what were things going on in my life, what are some things that I want to see change. And that situation in November, it pushed me out of a comfort that I felt like if it had not happened, that I would have continued to stay there. I would have just made it work. It was a comfortable situation, and I would have just kept going. Although it was a shock in how it happened, I would say that. Not so much that it happened, it was the way that it happened. I always feel like it's not always about what is being done, it's kind of like how things are being done. And it was a wake-up call for me. And I just began to tap in and felt all the things, even the grief or just how I felt about losing something, because regardless of the fact, if something that you've invested in for like 7.5 years, it's different. It still is a loss in a way. It's like how do we move from that, right? So that's kind of